Good afternoon, Western Washington, and happy Monday. I'm Matthew Fab with Western Washington Weather, and today we're going to take a look at the forecast as this atmospheric river wraps up, as we get some warm temperatures in here and a chance of severe thunderstorms across Western Washington on Wednesday in a widespread thunderstorm event that could be pretty interesting. So we're going to take a look at that Wednesday event as well. Starting here with the satellite imagery, you can see the atmospheric river wrapping up here across Western Washington, still getting some areas of rain, mainly showers from Seattle south, but some areas of steadier rain to the north, continuing through the day today. Taking a look at the radar, it looks like that is not working for us currently, but there is some rain across the area, especially showers from areas Seattle southward, and then steady rain here on the European model, as you can see, to the north. That continues as we go into this evening, and then that atmospheric river starts to break up as we go into Tuesday. There you can see a few areas of showers Tuesday morning. We dry out by the afternoon. We're going to get nice and warm with highs in the 70s across the region. And then take a look as we go into Wednesday morning, this trough approaching the area. Thunderstorms start Wednesday morning there and then intensify as we go into Wednesday afternoon and evening. Potential for severe thunderstorms across Western Washington and parts of Eastern Washington as well. We'll get into that here in just a minute. And then you can see as we go through Thursday, showers continue, mountain snow at times. That continues all the way into Friday, and then we dry out by Saturday with some areas of showers lingering through the day there on Saturday. And then we have a dry day on Sunday, and then the next system moves in there on Monday with some areas of rain and mountain snow. That is looking about a week out now, though, so it gets a little bit more uncertain after this. Taking a look at 24-hour precipitation totals, you can see showers to the south of Seattle there, and then some heavier rain continuing to the north as we go through today. We dry out by the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday there, and then you can see as we go into early Wednesday morning, thunderstorms start here off to the west of Puget Sound by the time we get to 10, 11 a.m. Maybe some thunderstorms leak into the lowlands a little bit there, but the main stuff starts as we go into the afternoon. You can see this heavier rain moving through the area as we go to Wednesday afternoon into early Thursday morning there. 24-hour precipitation totals of a half inch to an inch under some of these thunderstorms. And then you can see we have more rain through the day, Thursday into Friday there. That rain just continuing all the way into the weekend before it starts to taper as we go into Saturday and Sunday. So taking a look at temperatures, you can see today highs are likely going to reach the upper 50s to low 60s from areas Mount Vernon and southward. You can see areas around Bellingham and the San Juan stay in the low 50s and the coast in the mid 50s. Areas to our south here, south of the metro area from Olympia down toward Kelso in the low 60s, upper 60s around the Vancouver and Portland areas there. But take a look at Tuesday here. Look at these temperatures. Mid 60s near the water and from Mount Vernon northward there. San Juan's in the upper 50s. The coast in the low to mid 60s. And take a look at the lowlands. Upper 60s to low 70s. Maybe some mid 70s near the foothills. You can see areas from Olympia down toward Portland in the low to mid 70s. And Portland and Vancouver in the mid 70s. Maybe even the upper 70s. And then take a look as we go into Wednesday there. Highs continue to warm up a little bit. Highs in the mid-70s across parts of Western Washington, especially near the foothills. Upper 60s to low 70s for most of the lowlands, including down by Portland and then up toward Olympia and then through Seattle as well. And even the coast in the mid-60s there. San Juan's in the upper 50s to mid-60s. These temperatures will help to fuel those thunderstorms as well, as it will also be quite muggy. All of that contributes to that instability. We'll take a look at that in a moment. You can see as we go into Thursday, temperatures drop significantly down from the 70s to the upper 50s across Western Washington and Oregon. Coast all the way down to the low 50s, same in the San Juans. Then as we go into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you can see Friday, Saturday highs in the mid-50s across the region. As we go towards Sunday, you start to warm back up again into the low 60s. Now taking a look here, this for just the third time I believe since 2017, we have a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms across Western Washington from the Storm Prediction Center. This outlook is for Wednesday. You can see where that marginal risk starts around Skagit and Island counties there and continues south all the way through the Willamette Valley. Does not include the coast, includes some of the Cascades, includes Seattle, Tacoma, Olympia, Portland, Everett, pretty much the entire I-5 corridor from Skagit County down into Lane County, Oregon there, and does include a lot of eastern Washington and eastern Oregon and parts of Idaho as well. We'll continue to see this updated over the next couple days with potential to even add a slight risk, which would be the next level up. We'll see if that happens there. So now taking a look at the overall pattern, you can see we have this trough moving in. That's what's going to trigger those thunderstorms as we go through the day Wednesday. You can see it right there. Now, if we take a look at that in terms of the actual thunderstorms themselves, You can see as we go into Wednesday morning, we get these thunderstorms off to the west of Puget Sound. Some of these move up toward Everett and Island County there. And then as we go into the afternoon, you see we get a lot more thunderstorm activity. Look at all this activity south of Olympia there, and then that moves up through the lowlands as we go into Wednesday evening, into Wednesday night, continues before diminishing up here in the North Sound. And then take a look at some of this activity in eastern Washington. Big severe thunderstorms possible out there. You can see some thunderstorm activity potentially continuing into early Thursday morning across parts of western Washington before diminishing. Taking a look at this on an hour-by-hour scale, you can see as we go into 8 a.m., on Wednesday there, you get these thunderstorms off near the Olympic Mountains. Those continue as we go toward 10 a.m. there, moving across Island County into parts of Snohomish County around Everett there, up toward Whidbey Island. Then we have a bit of a break as we go toward 1 p.m. there, and then these storms start to form in southwest Washington and northwest Oregon there. And these storms are pretty strong. You can see as we go toward 3 p.m., these areas of thunder getting stronger. You can see along the I-5 corridor there between Portland and Chehalis, and then more storms firing over the Olympics. And then this complex of storms here starts to move up toward Olympia, up toward Tacoma. And then take a look at this frame. 6 p.m., you got an area of thunderstorms stretching from the Key Peninsula there all the way into the Cascades near Enumclaw there, including Tacoma. That moves up towards Seattle. Then you see more areas of storms over the San Juans, over parts of Island County there around 7 p.m. Then these storms get going across eastern Washington. Some more storms potentially late into the night across parts of western Washington before they diminish. So it could be a pretty active day to say the least. Taking a look at dew points, you can see the higher the dew point, the more unstable and, I guess, muggy you could say the air will be. Look at across parts of the Willamette Valley, southwest Washington, those dew points approaching 60 degrees, which would be considered on the high side for summer, so it's extraordinary here in March. You can see dew points in the upper 50s across western Washington as those thunderstorms move through, near 60-degree dew points across parts of the eastern Puget Sound lowlands there. And all this fuels that potential for severe thunderstorms, those dew points in the 50s there. Eastern Washington looking at dew points in the mid-60s, so it could be a pretty dynamic event over there as well. And then here we're looking at the NAM model. This is way out at the end of this high-resolution forecast run here, but you can see this is showing simulated satellite imagery as we go to 2 to 3 p.m. there on Wednesday. By the time we get to 4 p.m., you can see these thunderstorms starting to form across parts of Oregon and moving into western Washington. You see this complex of storms starting to move north around 5 p.m. there, and that's where this forecast run ends. But these high-resolution forecasts will be in range tomorrow, and then, of course, we will be able to see them on Wednesday morning as well, just to verify what we're seeing across the area. So this definitely has the potential to be a pretty dynamic event. Obviously, that severe thunderstorm risk is saying something from the Storm Prediction Center. This will be very interesting to watch, to see how this develops, see what areas get thunderstorms, and see if there's even any flash flooding potential in some of the burn scar areas across the Cascades and even some in the Olympic Mountains. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. Definitely stay tuned over the next couple days. You can subscribe here to Western Washington Weather on YouTube to get my latest video updates. And of course, follow me on Blue Sky, on Twitter, and on the Western Washington Weather Facebook group, where I'm posting even more frequent updates. So all the links to these are in the description below. Stay tuned, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.